Hey there, and welcome to this week's Sunday Musings, where every week I spend a little time talking about something that's on my mind. I also write a weekly blog. You can find a link to that right here. It's hosted on Medium and always has additional things, and it's not the same as this, although it is on the same topic. I also welcome you to have a conversation with me. At the end of the video is a link to my calendar, and I truly do invite you to find a time that works and let's have a conversation. You can also comment on all of my posts and videos as well. Always welcome. And you can always subscribe to me on Medium and you get the link to the video in every Medium post. All right, so here's another unexpected wisdom. If you haven't heard this before, I found some amazing things when I was revisiting children's books. I brought an entire box full of them home with me recently so I could revisit all of the books of my childhood and find those pearls of wisdom that I was either not ready to hear or was too early. And this week we're going to see another Dr. Seuss called in the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. It's a cute book. These are all short and easy. But what I'm going to talk about today is the following. The phrase that says, "Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're on your own. And you know what you know. And you are the guy who'll decide where to go." If we ignore any of the commentary about gender terms and we just take that at face value, it resonated with me again. Because as you probably heard me say before, I am working on embracing every day as an adventure and trying to find new things and discoveries at all times in all projects. Well, at least most of them. And I really found this passage to be empowering, and it reminded me of something many years ago when I was first leaving to go to graduate school. I packed up my car. I had all of the things that I would have with me in the back, a little Honda Civic, so it fit an amazing amount, but not a lot. And I drove off to school from Alberta all the way down to South Carolina. On a side note, it could have been a different world. But that journey was crazy and the furthest I'd gone by myself. I'd flown, but I hadn't driven. My parents were on the front step and they were waving as I walked away, and I drove up the driveway making an intentional decision to go. It was my day. All I knew was that I was accepted to school in a program that intrigued me. I was scared to death about what was going to happen. I'd never lived so far away from all of my family and friends and support. I knew no one in South Carolina other than the one or two people I had met when I interviewed. I found out that I had an apartment, a half of a house that I would be renting only the day before I left. Otherwise I was going down with no place to live either, with the full intention of hoping to find it. It was a new path. There was a new slate, and there was everything I could do. That was my day. I knew what I knew in the moment, and I didn't know any more than that. I knew and was fairly confident I didn't know enough about what I was about to do, but it was still kind of exciting. And so I want to remind myself and all of you that every time you're faced with a path, with choices, you will always make a choice. You might say, well, I choose not to choose, but that is a choice. You only know what you know in that moment. You may ask other people, you may look at other resources, but at some point you need to make a choice. To do or to make no choice. Do I take a left or right or stay still? Those are all choices. And it's always a little scary and a lot exciting. And you don't know what's going to happen because of that choice. You only know what you hope will happen. You are choosing a vision of the future that you hope. You are that person who can make that vision. So every day or every time somebody presents you with a path. You can always take the right or the left, or choose not to move. But you are always making a choice. So you can either choose to take control of what you do, or you can choose to let the world control you. They're both right decisions. But you are making a choice for that. So, my choice is to, as often as I'm aware, make an active decision about where I want to go. But what about you? I'd love to hear if you thought anything different about this passage. And with that, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.